I'm not good at sports, I'm quite bad at them, but because of that, Decathlon is usually the perfect place for me to be able to find any kind of sporting equipment that I need to try something, fail at it, and not feel like I wasted a lot of money. When it comes to shopping with Decathlon online, it goes from convenience to a terrible nightmare.
Shining like a star. Don't you ever stop shining your light.
Today we're going to talk about how even companies who are tech-driven, tech-heavy can still be digitally handicapped because of their app or their website. We're talking about a very known company, and this is Decathlon. They are a very known sport goods retailer who actually was one of the companies most avant-garde when it came to bringing in tech. They had RFID implemented in most of their products. They make supply chain very easy to maintain. They make forecasting and traceability of products be very lean because of this investment in tech. They make checkouts very simple at the store thanks to the use of this RFID in the products. Does this mean that the fact that they invested so much in tech makes your product good? Well, no. The Google Play Store says otherwise. Apparently, this is one of those poorly rated apps that keeps not working. So if you're interested in discovering how this app could be a little bit better, keep watching.
In the sky, I see that twinkle in your eye. Get wrapped up in your magic, yeah, it happens every
I might try to add something on Figma or during the editing in terms of proposals to make the app slightly better. But if I do that, UX designers, please cover your eyes because I don't want you to start on designers anonymous meetings talking about how I hurt your perception of good UX design.
Makes my eyes burn.
Do it!
Full disclaimer here, I love Decathlon. I've loved it forever. They make happiness accessible to everyone. I believe Decathlon is one of those companies who can actually say that they make the world a better place.
Exercise gives you endorphins. Endorphins make you happy. Happy people just don't shoot their husbands.
Let's get started. We can see that immediately after clicking the icon into the app, there is a very problematic screen because at the top of the screen we have French language.
Oh la la, madame, it's not possible.
You're creating confusion, you're creating cultural exclusion to users. You're already making them wonder, is the app going to be in a language that I will not understand?
I mean, I hope not.
One of the big issues that I'm already seeing here is that you are listing every country in its original language. Or in a different language, for example, Egypt, you have it listed in English. Like, you're kind of confusing me. If you're gonna offer English for one country, offer it for every country. Otherwise, the moment they see English in Greece or in Egypt, they're gonna think that they should be able to find it for their country. And if that's not the case, they're just gonna spend that mental energy searching for a country rather than searching for a product. You have the option to detect the locale of the device that is using the app, and based on that, suggest a particular country, but give the option to choose a different country
Or language.
First, you were asking me for the country that I'm shopping in, and now you're asking me for my location. What for? Like, it's contradicting. It doesn't make sense that first you were telling me, you need to tell me where you want to shop, and now, let me tell you where you need to shop. Like, I'm shopping online. Then I started typing the city, Berlin. Now, one of the first things that already annoys me, most probably this app is using the Google Maps API to start rendering the results from the city. If you're forcing me to choose a store, why don't you start filtering down the options that you have? As soon as I type 2 or 3 characters, you could already start narrowing down the list of stores. I don't need to know the routes. You're not gonna do any routing at the moment. You're not gonna suggest me how to get to a store. So if I already type Berlin, give me the option for Berlin. The option to click into the results is so tiny. You have huge tiles below, which making me think, okay, this is an easy click. Previous screen for the countries was also an easy click. But then in the search results and the search suggestions, you're making such a tiny click. You're reducing the amount of space. It can relate to the anxiety that is created whenever someone is told, hit that target, and all of a sudden they start imagining that target becoming smaller. Either keep consistency or change what you're using. Like, you don't need to use Google Maps for this. I think it's just as simple as starting to narrow down the options. Let's say I decide to start shopping in Alexanderplatz in Berlin. Okay, now there is a new screen. Okay, they've been updating since I recorded this the first time. I'm gonna scan the product because it's what you're allowing me to do. The scanner works actually quite well. And as soon as I see the scanner, I see the name of a product, the units that it has within the product, and so on. There is something that bothers me as a product manager, and it's the fact that there is no button to add this to the basket. I saw this somewhere, someone told me about this product, I scanned it from them, and I wanna get it. In which case, as soon as I scan it, it should give me the option to add it to the basket. Okay, so as soon as I scan the product, I see this image that is already trimmed, which is something that is kind of, mentally it's bothering me. But then another thing that bothers me about this particular product, you're giving me the option to select a color, even though there's no selection possible, which is creating a cognitive dissonance. They think they can do something, and then they are told, hey, hold on. No, you cannot. You just took something from them. You took the ability to choose. Does this mean that the product managers just don't care and they want to make things bad for the users? The only thing this tells me is that there is a very strict frame that product managers can use, and you either use something for everything or you don't use it at all. Perhaps it's a very monolith company, and whatever was decided once for a product stays like that forever.
You know, forever.
Yeah.
You know, and not just forever, but forever. You know, and it used to.
What happens the moment I enter the reviews and I only see numbers and the amount of reviews, but no reviews? The issue with this is that it creates suspicion on withheld information. Is this manipulated somehow? Why do I see the amount of reviews, but then I see no reviews? Do they not want me to see the reviews? Is there something I shouldn't see? You really should try to make the information transparent as soon as possible. Give me the options to see the review that you consider the most helpful review. And then maybe if you want, give me like a view of those review summaries, but in a smaller view. I don't need this to use more than half of the screen. Now, when it comes to this information where I see the breakdown on the different attributes for the review, when it's rated equal, do I really need to see each of them listed? I don't know. I don't think this is so useful. Like, I care about the reviews, and then maybe you could create an accordion that allows me to expand on this when I decide to, but not if I don't really need to. Okay, the app is kind of crashing. Okay, so the app is not really responding. Nice. I went into this section of sale, and then the badges that I see in the pictures are about sale. Like, I already clicked sale. I tell you, hey, I'm gonna give you some special information, and the information that I'm giving you is something that you already knew. I made you pay attention to deliver redundancy, a wasted mental effort. Use a badge that provides some information of something that the user wouldn't naturally know when looking at the product. I don't know what people are looking for whenever they are looking for a tent, but for sure, it's something else than the fact that that tent is on sale when they've gone into the sales section. Then, the name. You have Campingzelt, MH100 für 3 Personen. What is MH100? How is that MH100 helping me? 100 Grau? What's this? You're creating here a mental load of having the user try to understand what it is that you're saying. When you use these names that mean nothing to the users, you're making discovery of products much worse. It provokes a recognition failure. The user doesn't know what this is. They are like, oh, this is a tent, but then they say MH100. They're like, what is MH100?
Honestly, I don't really know.
Here you have too many numbers. You have the original price, the price that the product is for sale in, and then you have the discount. That's already a lot of numbers. It kind of prompts you to start running the mental calculations to check whether the discount is correct. But underneath, then you have the rating out of 5 and the amount of ratings given. Doesn't this feel a little bit too much? All of these numbers create mental overload, and then you have the asterisk in the price, and it creates a question, ooh, is this not really the price? Do I need to be part of a loyalty program to be able to shop at this price? Decide what is it that you want the user to focus on. Like with the 20%, it tells me that you want the user to focus on the discount. Perhaps use that price and put it in the image. Another thing you can do, like you're using so many characters to display the rating. Rather than having this out of 5 everywhere, how about you just add the SVG stars? I see this shoe from Asics, and then I see Laufschuhe Herren Asics again. What do you include the brand in the product name for? There's redundancy again. Instead of that, provide, a use case. Just provide some context and information of what would make the user check whether they're making the right decision when choosing the shoe or not. I see no features. There is no specific information at the top that gives me quick information to decide. I might not know how to shop for this product.
I don't know.
The assortment of products that a company like Decathlon handles is so wide, so complex, and so specific that it requires you to get familiar within an area to actually understand what it is that you're looking for. They do a really good job at the store selecting the people who have really mastered the sport so that they can provide the right input to a new potential customer.
I'm a people person. I'm very personable. I absolutely insist on enjoying life.
They want someone who can explain whether this is something that is beginner-friendly or more advanced-friendly. Someone who can respond to the question of how this product is experienced. This is something that I personally really admire about Decathlon. I always thought if there is a way to do retail, this is the way that you do it. However, I don't see this being passed on to the app. I see a product photo, I see a title, I see price, I see reviews. I don't know what are the main features. What would really help in here is to have a summary of the most important things to know. It has two separate, how do you talk in terms of camping tents?
Who knows? XO Pamela.
The last time I used a camping tent was when I was hiking through the desert of Morocco, like of the Sahara. And I remember they told us, oh, you're gonna sleep in these tents in couples. And I remember I thought, oh, wait, is there a division? Those were questions that I had. And those are things you could add easily in here, like there are two spaces or there's only one space in this tent. Then when we go in to see the pictures, I see the picture of the tent, which is really nice. Then I see a video of how to install it, how people fit like mummies. But I'm missing the experience. I've run out of photos and I haven't experienced what it is to go camping.
Oh, sorry to hear that.
Then I see this thing of mehr Anzeigen, show me more. So when I click on this and I go down, ooh, now I see things. I see pictures of how the tent looks inside. What's that light? I see a drinking bottle that is being held. Can I also get that? I see that I have the option to hang on clothes. Shouldn't that be part of those features that I just saw? This is very good information that I could use to decide whether I want to make that purchase or not. And then you see that in the nature. Like this picture looks really nice. This thingy on top of the tent, what is this for? Does this protect me from the sun? Does this protect me from a lion jumping into my tent?
Roar!
Give me more information. And when I scroll down, I see, okay, Vorteile. This reminds me to the user manual of a washing machine.
Yeah, it could be.
Oof, it's kind of heavy to consume. Give me a pedagogical legend that is easier to understand.
I mean, that's what I'm trying to tell you, Giselle. It's complicated.
But it doesn't have to be.
Then you have information that is all described in the same font, same size.
Where do we look?
I don't know. Everywhere.
And I'm kind of missing a little bit of a...
There's a hierarchy, though.
Then buyback service, you can return something, it's really nice. But ooh, then it requires me to log in to read the information. Don't require an authentication to show that page. Instead, just create a landing page that is accessible for everyone, explaining a basic view of the service. And then if you want to go more detail about what determines eligibility for this, require the login.
Need you right now, yeah, I need you right now, yeah, need you right.
When it comes to what a sport requires, knowing what could be good to experience the sport for the first time. This is something I imagine people explain to you when you go to the store, but it's not transmitted into the app. There are some banners like camping weeks, and I go to camping weeks. The first thing that I see is this kitchen furniture, and I just see the structure that doesn't inspire anything. But then when I click inside, if I go into the photos, same thing. Then when I scroll down and again go into this, I see these photos, I see this adventure, I see this experience, I see all these things in this kitchen furniture. What are these things? How do I get them? What do I need to buy? Tell me, what do I need to buy to be a happy camper? Create a section like a carousel or something underneath that tells me what I should buy together with this. This is something we viewed when we entered into these camping weeks. So how about as soon as I enter into this camping weeks, you tell me exactly what I need for a camping week.
A refrigerator? Ready-made meals? And a TV? This isn't camping.
Within the product listing page, I can only see the products, and they are kind of better, like with perspective and so on. They're not so flat, but still, I don't have the opportunity to discover the experience. So give me the option to discover those pictures to see whether I want to get those tables or not. Do I need the table for camping? Is it enough to eat from a chair? How does that change the experience? Tell me about it. Allow me to see it from the product listing page so that I don't have to go and do all of this back and forth into pages before I decide whether I'm interested.
I'll make it clear, girl, to hear your mind.
Then there is this section, Ride Like a Pro. I already see some bikes, which is quite nice. When I click into this section of Ride Like a Pro, the first thing that I see is a man in his underwear. Underwear for biking. How about instead you show me all of the products that I'm gonna need to ride like a pro? Like the basic kit for a pro. How do I get from being a non-fanger to becoming really good at it? How do I make that jump? Don't show me men in their underwear. Like, what is this montage stand there for? I have no clue. Explain to me the different cases of use. This is something I don't see within the filters. I see product type, I see Leistungsstufe, the level, and then tell me what is it that I need. Then give me the cases of use. Give me all of those cases of use. This is what you need to prepare. Tell me what it is that I need to go into the road, to bike in the forest. Tell me what it is that I need to repair my bike afterwards. This is what I really need to ride like a pro.
Lanceness.
Tell me what is the nutrition that I need to ride like a pro. As users, we don't think about products. We don't think about an item as an SKU. We think about how an item fits into our lives. We try to picture it.
I can see it.
The thing that Decathlon does best is offering products for beginners, but those beginners don't know how to use those products. So explain really well how it is that they need to practice it. As users, we don't shop products, we shop emotions, we shop experiences. Bring in that experience.
I can show you the world.
Decathlon does that so well in the stores, but they don't do it in the app. Help me connect with those products, help me connect with that experience, help me imagine that experience. When I went to the Sahara, I remember I spent weeks searching for something to get rid of the mosquitoes. And you know where I found it? I found it at Decathlon. Someone told me, you get that at Decathlon. And I'm like, why did no one tell me? That is the entry point for people to go into your store and discovering other products. In that app, show them what is it that they need and what are the things they can get, because I might not know. And the thing is, once you're there camping, there is no way back. You've missed out on that opportunity and you're really gonna be in pain when you see you could have known this, because people who've done this many times, they know this, but you didn't.
The map, I forgot the map!
Relax. I'm the map. It's all up here.
Oh, that's comforting.
Help them know, help them feel prepared, so that when they actually go into that experience, they feel like, hey, thanks to this app, I was able to feel good during this experience. I don't look like a full beginner.
Don't be so sure.
This is how you build a good product, by making it easier for users to make decisions, to feel good about knowing what is it that they need.
This is what you need, sir.
Information is power, and empowering your user can really make a big difference in terms of how they shop. You want them to have a positive association to your app. If you think there is something in the app that could be done much better and I didn't mention it, write it in the comments. And if you want to learn more about the principles that define what makes a feature good or bad, subscribe to the channel. Thanks a lot for watching and have a great day. One very sad review from Lino T. with 1 star. I am quite a fan of Decathlon for their wide range of reasonably priced quality items, but the app bugs and unfortunately the website too. I can't order anything with my account. It's stuck in some loop asking me if I'm human. And there's a flickering screen at livraison that seems to reload endlessly. Unfortunately, my chosen items are not in stock in my store and winter is coming. So a sweater would be great sooner rather than later. I feel like it's the preview trying to load. Decathlon responded to this. Hi Lino, We are sorry to hear you've been experiencing some crash issues. Please contact us at app.support.de@decathlon.com and share as much information as you can. We will definitely investigate your case. Thank you for posting. Now, poor Lino posted the review in 2024. The app kept crashing last week. So I don't know whether he made it from 2024 to 2025 without buying that sweater. But let me tell you one thing. If Lino was in Germany, spending a winter without a proper sweater can be quite a challenge. So Lino, if you're watching this, I really hope you got your sweater. And Decathlon, come on, don't tell him to report the issue. Give us a call, tell us what sweater you want, and we'll send it to your home. Like, just give us your credit card, you know? Like, don't ask about crashing issues. Ask him about the sweater that he wanted to buy. Wait to lose an opportunity for a sale. Lino, I really hope you got that sweater because a winter in Germany without a proper sweater can be really tough. Like, I cannot picture that. Another review. The app seems to be good. However, there is no option to choose language and country separately or to choose a different location, at least with a guest account. For example, I'm currently living in Germany, but I don't feel I have a good German language knowledge and I feel much more comfortable with the English language. But the only way to see what is available at the surrounding stores is by choosing Germany German language. 32 people found this helpful.
Yeah, I don't want to say I told you so to Fred, but I told you so.
In the name of a Google user, Decathlon, make English available across borders, please. Anyway, those are just some of the Decathlon stories. Like, you can go to Google Play Store and explore it yourself. Now, once Decathlon decides to fix these issues, give them another chance. They have really good quality products in there. They really drive with the right initiative in mind. So yeah, just give them a chance once they decide to fix this.
Wait, what happened? Where'd it go?
Interesting.
You're good. Someone probably grabbed it.